I try to be as honest as I can on this channel, and I talk about a lot of really challenging things that we all face. And I'm building the reciprocity platform, right? So this platform to help to basically create non-rejectable research paper and allow you to have fun and have excitement as you're doing this and to feel good about yourself as you're doing this. I know it's a tall order and I know that seems like super daunting, but I'm going to try to actually do this. And it's probably going to take me a while, but that's okay. Um, my goal is not to be able to create this year, but say over the course of 30 years that it becomes recognized worldwide by various different places that people recognize and they sort of understand what it's about. But um, I want you to know that there's two stories that are often told, right? There's the one story of the of the sort of hero that pushes away and does a great deal of work, and that they get to some place. Another story that is often told is that people were given that those opportunities, they were sort of handed to them, the system is corrupt, all of those kind of stories. And it's neither of those stories. There's some degree of them that actually make sense. But, my goal with the Reciprocity Project is to be a little bit inspiring so that you can see, hey, it's just somebody getting up every single day and pursuing something and getting old doing it and feeling worn out and not wanting to do it, but you do it anyways. You get up and you do it, and you think to yourself like, shit, the world is not going to last that long. So I'm going to pursue this thing. I'm actually going to make some sort of difference that is important. And in my view, this idea, so not only um, is this a super challenging problem. So anybody, and I want you to sort of reflect on this, right? The if it was very easy, most people would stay in this career. I would guarantee that is. But if you look at it, because our progression is that way, we start out in kindergarten, we start out not working, we start out in education, right? And it's easy to keep going within the educational framework, but we find out, man, that's damn hard. So if it was easy, we would continue to do this stuff and sort of progress naturally as we go. But for those people that do it on a regular basis, know that it is unbelievably hard. And you it's not only unbelievable hard, you don't know what to do, but it's frustrating. It makes all these sort of negative emotions, so people feel awful in the research game. Some people feel great, could think things work out for them, but the majority feel awful. And even those people that feel great, they only feel great in a very fleeting moment, right? So this all of this is going on, and I think we can change this. I think we can make incremental steps where this is better. I'm not saying that I will ever get to that moment where you can create a non-rejectable platform to create a non-rejectable research paper, um, and that you feel happy doing it. I'm not saying that that may happen, but I think we can get incrementally closer, right? And so the goal with all of this is to ignore the rest of the world. And I want you to sort of know that it's a messy process. And every day I get up, like this morning, right? Like, um, I didn't know what to do. I need to do research. I need to actually do my real job and write stuff. But I need to get the word out. And so I did a little bit of that this morning. I did sort of social media stuff. I do this kind of, talk on the podcast on to work, and I don't feel good doing those things because I know it comes at a cost of actually doing research, but I need to do it. But I also did something that was very important for me, and I feel better for doing it, and it took some time is I walked the dogs. I actually did some exercise where I felt good with myself. Um, and these are like little things that take away from so much, right? But they're so important to yourself, um, in terms of maintaining this effort, right? And I want you to sort of think about that. Like, there's never a right choice. Um, and this is the real big problem with the sort of self-help stuff is, the sort of description of what a right choice actually is. You don't know what the hell a right choice is. You're never gonna know what that right choice is. It's just mess, right? Like, it's just completely uncertain. You haven't got a clue. I'm probably doing the wrong thing right now. Um, there's that. And then on top of it, like, you never know what to do, what is the right thing. But at the same time, you gotta just get going and do something, right? And you don't know any of that stuff. So as I'm going about this, I want you to know that, those two stories, the story that somebody was given everything or somebody was a hero, neither of those are right. Um, it's more in the day to day. It's more of like, I don't know what I'm doing and I'm completely screwing up all the time, but I'm just gonna just try. And I'm gonna have some of an intention to try to do this thing that matters. And yes, it takes away from all of my everything in my life, and I don't know what the right thing is to do, but I do it, right? And I think that's the goal. That's where you're sort of thinking about. And the cost of this might be very real. I might lose, I might lose my sort of job or get demoted. You don't understand, like in the academic game, you might think, so I'm a tenured professor, but you might not understand that, man, just because you get that tenure doesn't mean that you're not on the treadmill. Um, it is very, very much so. And that doesn't disappear. But I just want you to know that, um, you're freaking awesome at whatever you choose. And none of it is right. And you just go with it. Right. And I think knowing that there's no right answers, there's no good way of ever doing anything. You just get up and you do it. I think that helps me know that, hey, let's just get going, have some fun along the way, try to smile when you're doing it, and just get up and get going. And that's it. All right. Take care and have a wonderful day.